So in the last Why I Hate, I decided to pass on the responsibility of deciding the next champion to you guys, and possibly created a comment shitstorm as big as the question of Flash on D or Flash on F, which by the way guys, you should definitely argue about in the comments section. F is for Flash, you fucking idiots, prove me wrong. But the general consensus of the comments section last week really seemed to be a battle between three particular characters, a trifecta of fuck if you will, and that was Veigar, LeBlanc and Nasus, three characters that I definitely feel like I have a lot to talk about. So welcome to the first in a trilogy of pain. Just like every franchise these days has to make a fucking trilogy for superhero movies, this will be a spectacular plunge into these fucking horrific champions and potentially the disgusting creatures that choose to main them. Spoiler alert, I used to main one of these characters. So we're beginning with Veigar today, and really what is there to say about him except... Yep, I think that video basically covers all I have to say, and that's all I will ever have to say about Veigar. I'll see you in the next Why I Hate, guys. So a little bit of fun trivia, back when League of Legends was in its infancy, back when it was still in beta in 2009, I actually played League of Legends a little bit during it, and Vienna was the first character that I ever played in this game. And do you know what I thought of League of Legends? I thought it was a piece of garbage. I was such a Dota All-Stars and Heroes of New Earth fanboy that all I could think of League of Legends whilst I was playing it was, look at the baby boy graphics, oh you can't even deny minions, what a fucking kids game. No, but seriously, V for Vendetta was recently put under the microscope recently, courtesy of the mid-season mage changes, and honest to god, I thought that Salt and Vinegar was entirely fine before, simple mechanics that pay off with time, but these changes have actually made him feel a lot stronger, but only stronger if you have the smallest little bit of skill, so you can still brainfuck AFK farm minions for 40 minutes into a game, but at least with the new reworked Veigar that there is some kind of focus on positioning, which really wasn't an issue for Vagisil before. You could just slap down every motherfucking spell you had up, and if the enemy you hit just happened to not be obliterated like they were at ground zero of a fucking nuclear explosion, then you could just put your tail between your legs, farm for another 5 or 10 minutes, and come back and try again with the extra 4000 AP that you have now acquired. So as many of you guys probably know about Do You Want Salt and Vinegar on Your Chips, he has a bit of a unique mechanic, and that was that using his spells gave him permanent AP. Now this was a pretty basic mechanic. You kill minions with a certain spell, you get AP. If you manage to kill a champion, you get more AP. Now that sounds pretty simple, but pretty fucking strong, alright? You could potentially just be building full tank, and still if you manage to farm for long enough, you could still have hundreds and hundreds of AP gained from solely farming. So Balsamic Vinaigrette's new passive is phenomenal evil power, and instead of actually having to kill enemies with a fucking single spell, you now get rewarded for simply hitting any champion at all with fucking anything. That's right, so now instead of going into lane and pretending that the enemy champion isn't even there whilst you do the one thing that makes you overpowered as all fuck, you can now harass the enemy laner, making their life a living hell with constant blue balls flying at them, and then on top of that, for every time that they actually make the mistake of getting hit by anything, they get the punishment of not only losing HP, but actively making you stronger in the process. Can you imagine getting hit with a spell? What a fucking asshole, right?
You think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
Well, Baleful Strike is Vinnie Jones's main spell, and it really is his bread and butter, except if you replace the bread with death and the butter with pain. So a change up from your previous Baleful Strike was that it was a targeted spell that only hit one target. Flash forward to today, and the way that it now works is that it's now a skill shot. The skill fires out a blue ball in the target direction, which deals magic damage to the first 2 targets hit. If any of those units happen to die, you're granted +1 ability power for each minion killed, with that being doubled to 2 per kill if the target killed is a large minion like a super minion, a cannon minion, or a big monster like Blue Golem. Now this spell has a pretty low as fuck cooldown, and despite being the first spell, it is where you're going to be firing your DPS out of. It's way more reliable than your other spells in terms of hitting due to its cooldown, and with the fact that it's got a pretty huge fucking base damage as well, with up to 230 magic damage on a 5-second cooldown at level 5. It's not really uncommon that when you play Vagisil that you end up with over 1000 AP. Even me, someone who is tragically fucking terrible at this game. That was disgusting. Someone who makes Bronze 5 players look like fucking Faker on performance enhancing steroids can hit 1000 AP with just a little bit of persistence, meaning that with the 60% AP ratio on your Baleful Strike, you're gonna be smashing motherfuckers every 5 seconds with up to or over 600, 700 damage a piece. Forget the truck smashing you at this point. We're one fucking spell in, and already it feels like this motherfucker is Goku asking people to lend their energy to him so we can fucking crush skulls with complete ease. So Dark Matter is Vote for Pedro's second active spell, and it's basically everything that you do not want to get in the fucking way of. If there ever was a spell that was the epitome of not giving a single fuck about anything or anyone in this game, then that spell would be Dark Matter. Upon cast, Dark Matter prepares to fall for 1.25 seconds, because Dark Matter comes when it fucking wants to, alright? After the 1.25 second delay, the Dark Matter smashes into the rift and damn near fucking shuts off everyone in the game's computer with a power surge by dealing up to 300 base damage with a fucking 100% AP fucking ratio. Now, I don't know if you guys are a religious bunch, and I respect everyone. I respect anyone regardless of their creed or their religion, but I'm gonna need you to start praying to whoever the fuck it is that you pray to right now, because if you get hit with a late game Dark Matter and you are unfortunate enough not to have at least 4000 MR, then you're done. You're fucking done. The delivery guy is coming round to pick up your PC, and he's taking it to the garbage dump because you're about to get fucking trashed, kid. There's really nothing more to say about this spell, to be honest. I'm sitting here, you know, trying to make some fucking sense of it, trying to make some jokes, but it's just fucked, isn't it? Now, up next is the best stun in the game. This is the best fucking stun in League of Legends. This is legit most broken ass fucking thing you'll ever see, and it's not just broken for Vin Diesel either. It's a spell that can also work against them. I mean, enemies can just fucking walk straight through this sometimes. Event Horizon is Vegeta's E, and after a half-second delay, a massive cage forms on the rift, stunning anyone that touches the edges of the cage for up to 2.5 seconds. The cage lasts for 3 seconds, and it is the biggest game-changing fucking spell that I have genuinely ever seen that isn't an ultimate. The radius of it is absolutely huge, and it can seriously fucking destroy the dynamic and the momentum of a team fight. Anytime you are against or playing against Vegemite, you always find yourself in this really fucking awkward moment where he drops down this spell, and you spend the next 3 seconds just fucking awkwardly walking back and forth between the gates, trying not to get fucking stunned, trying not to get destroyed by fucking Dark Matter, trying not to get dumpstered by his fucking Baleful Strike, all the while trying to dodge 4 fucking other champion skills all during all this when your fucking team's screaming at you. Just fucking engage, and you're fucking already at core HP, you're not even in attack range. Definitely an entirely underrated spell in the game, and it's one of these spells that really makes me think why it's still in the game. You can completely barrier off entire teams with basically no effort. The only risk being, of course, that you have to move kind of close to put it down, but bearing in mind that the entire enemy team are probably fucking terrified of you turning on them to cast your ultimate and leave them as a fucking shitty skid mark on the underpants of Summoner's Rift. Most of the time you can drop it without any real competition. Fight in the jungle with this Final Fantasy IX looking ass, and you've got yourself a recipe for a clusterfuck. Well, I guess we've made it this far, and my heart hasn't entirely collapsed in on itself, so let's talk about the shit in the laundry hamper. Primordial Burst. Oh, and I'd just like to take time to announce that there was a very pornographic fan fiction written about this character and I. I can't fully remember how it went because it was incredibly fucking long ago, and it was quite gay. Like, Veigar was literally primordial bursting into my asshole. So yeah, if anybody still has that written down, for whatever disgusting reason, you want to throw that to me in an email or the comment section so that everyone can get a boner, that'd be cool. So yeah, Primordial Burst is his ultimate, and upon cast, you blast the enemy target with what I can only assume is the harnessed fucking toxicity of the entire League of Legends community, because honestly, I'm lost for words as to what the fuck this could be that you're casting at people, and it does this much damage. Primordial Burst does extra damage for every 1% of health missing, meaning it does double damage to anyone below 1/3 of their HP. Meaning not only is it a good burst to shit all over any carry who mistakenly thinks he can come within 20 meters of you, it is great for executing anyone dumb enough to come within 20 meters of you. The minimum damage it does from 100% health is 325 with a 75% AP ratio, all the way up to 650 damage with 150% AP ratio. Now let me remind you that you tend to commonly get upwards of 1000 AP as this character. If the game goes on for longer than 40 minutes, it's pretty common. So assuming that you hit someone with this spell, it can deal upwards of 2000 fucking damage if the enemy is on 1/3 or less HP. Who the fuck is expected to actually survive this shit? The main change to this spell with the rework was that he used to use an enemy's AP against them, meaning that he obliterated casters, but beyond that he couldn't really dick on tanks or anyone that didn't build a shitload of AP. But with this change up, the fucking Venn diagram of who Vince McMahon can fuck up with this spell has extended from only AP champions to just about every motherfucker who looks at him the wrong way and their mothers. Oh, and by the way, how the fuck do you even pronounce this character's name? I think I got it wrong a few fucking times. Well guys, thank you very much for watching yet another Why I Hate. I hope you like the 3 champions that I have picked for the next 3 Why I Hates, which are again, obviously Veigar, Nasus, and LeBlanc, which I consider to be a pretty great triforce of fucking disgusting champions. If you have any other suggestions though, feel free to slap those bitches in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm still getting into the rhythm of things here, doing a lot more Why I Hate work and stuff, so hopefully you guys can appreciate that. I'm gonna try and balance out maybe not daily videos, but every other day, so that I can work on bigger and higher production value stuff for you guys like this. But we shall see how it goes, so forgive me if I put out some videos that may be a little bit confusing in the very near future. I just want to remind you all too that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Season 4 is still, it's being released on Crunchyroll, and it's fucking incredible. You should go watch the whole thing right now from 1 to 4 using the address crunchyroll.com/RossBoomsocks, because you're helping me do these videos way more than you know. So once again, thank you guys for being the most loyal sock drawer in the world. I love you, and I'll see you guys soon. Fuck. Oh, God, I'm dying.